Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We are here to bring you the latest news from across the cosmos.
Through the combined efforts of multiple factions, the menace of the Lord Ravager, known as Iron Tomb, has been successfully neutralized.
The Intelligentsia Guild reports its first observation of a newly formed celestial body
Nice.
designated as Amphorius, which has since been officially incorporated into astral charts.
The ongoing Worlds Reborn initiative has officially entered its third phase, as Plane Arcadia continues to make... remarkable strides in cultural...
With blazing death, forge this body anew. With blazing death, forge this body anew. With blazing death, forge this body anew. With blazing death, forge this body anew.
Revitalization.
A hacking incident. Let's take a closer. Has been decisively crushed.
Step by step, every grudge will be laid to rest. Step by step, every grudge will be laid to rest.
Have you ever seen a ring? They're lost. Have some sunshine! Mavis, dispel the gloom! Restore the skies! Unlimited firepower!
Your moment to shine. All eyes are on you.
All for the thrill.
Don't think. See it.
Wiped him out. That's how the Sparky got this next round. Real gaming. Bonus round. Press light into darkness.
Trailblaze. Yeah.
Bonus round.
Elation hilarious. All martial arts are mine to command.
Bonus round. That's how the Sparky got.
Call me the Galactic Twinkle. Trailblaze. Yeah. Don't think. See it.
Wiped him out. Guide with the rainbow bridge. Unlimited firepower. This next round, real gaming. Bonus round.
Elation hilarious.
Have some sunshine. Mavis, dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. This backup is god tier.
All martial arts.
Bonus round. Bonus round.
Hilarious!
Step by step, every grudge will be laid to rest.
You're back. The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy!
Hi, everyone! This is your old friend, Snowy!
Well then, as the Phantom Moon Games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Yes, we are! And after the director of Foolish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Foolish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games! That terrifying tragedy of 15...
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control imaginee known as Joy Ascendants, this imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City, spread...
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and imaginary inhabitants across plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individual hands in a chilling echo of the bloodstained games 15 years ago. Footage left behind by Foolish points to the disaster.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral Express.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and the organization will be...
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year?
Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with... Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Foolish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after... Ever since coming to Plain Arcadia, nothing surprises me anymore. I'm happy you made it back safely, but somehow, you just don't seem quite the same. Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung. No! Is this what it takes to become a hero? If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story, but I haven't heard yours yet. So, Foolish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster? And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade? And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantom Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. She also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who was it again? Graphia?
Yes, Graphia. Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Oh, why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line. Lord Ravager, at Venesia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantasmoon games. Suddenly, there are so many things to deal with. Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat. okay? I shouldn't have asked so many questions. Didn't mean to stress you out or make you worried. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
So many things to deal with right now. What should I do? I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
Welt, he's tired. Let him sleep. You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. Come to think of it, it's because of you. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you. I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise. I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart. I want to share this story with you all. Because it's a long story. Phil, I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express.
All right. It's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee, huh? Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Speaking of the world in canvas, Evanesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action, too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. A 1,000 years ago, my ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantasmoon games be the prelude to his next invasion? Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as Plain Arcadia. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their glory. That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species. Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deep. There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasmoon games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life, which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of... Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues, by the way. General Yao Guang is here. I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought. Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanescia, would step in and punish Foolish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Foolish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering. What I am about to tell you is something Evanescia risked breaking war. Is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
You mean the Leviathan that could swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros, the Veracity?
Looks like a swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet. The true situation remains unknown, but with this information we can... Aren't you a little afraid? Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Ishvara. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world and canvas to seek out the veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect. Betting? No, we are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Fullwish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly. But I still need more hands to make it work. A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch-enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden.
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone. What are they all up to over there?
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you. We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure.
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Fullwish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people of Plain Arcadia or the media may say, we raise a glass to you.
Exactly.
You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever.
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Now, here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia, and here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us, but I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars.
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Cheers!
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom hurt. Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember most of what what happened right after the express crashed on... Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up express window. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the express, Pom-Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey. How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom-Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being woken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream. The express's heart started beating again and the lights flickered on. Graphia, but Pom-Pom but every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom-Pom is a safe trip. Pom-Pom.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate... We won this battle because of... When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the Joy Ascendants appeared, I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous. A made-up villain or an actual threat. But I am more concerned about you. I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, it reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and malice. What might it do to the Stellaron? Be careful with this power you have.
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt worn out of it right now. It feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired I was, I'd have to clutch my glove. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all. I should thank you for letting...
There you are. Yeah, of course.
When did Don Hung start expressing his feelings like this? I guess pigs really do fly.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantom Moon Games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is... I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you and March.
Like the adult?
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges and that abundance curse, and is now ready to do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger. So, from now on, I will turn my attention to this world. Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to...
I've got work to do, too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch your legs. No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw in the...
Just in time. She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the... This is an important matter. Furthermore, your journey gives her the chance, once you've fully rested, you may make your... Madame Pearl has a special ship. It will take you to the border between this world and the world, and that's your final stop before entering. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, the thought of it makes me feel calm. In a strange, but... I am indeed quite curious. I'd love, but someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps in dealing with Asat Pramod. So I'll be in. Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid? And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't.
What?
Nothing. Just a seabird. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well done.
Blade, You sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it. Even if this body is reduced to ash. Just bury Shuhu at the end of the work.
Take care.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems than... Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sat Prama.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So...
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't...
Therefore, it also...
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go too.
The terror slumbering at the heart of plain Arcadia is... Ouroboros.
After the swarm disaster, the Veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 Amber Era. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pierre Point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the Veracity.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stellarons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true. Ah, such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the elite, yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world.
Naturally. That is why I'm here. And it's about time for the... Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across...
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed. Now, with Yin and Yang aligned, and all 4 aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core, the Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures.
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress...
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is...
Asat Pramod has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intention... By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you chose the most unconventional one. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed?
Correct. The incident involved 4 days, but just moments ago. A 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Plain Arcadia is the stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a whim.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramod's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omnitia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
That question should be left to the professionals. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail. The end of the world. The population once again declared war upon the Veracity. Frail little humans! Ouroboros split their mouth wide open. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth. The bartender Baraji opened the wine cellar. They only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep, and en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracities, if you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
About the Veracity?
Walk the path of Veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight?
You got it, and I am Ouroboros. Yeah, and the man.
Can you talk normal?
I swore to become a Veracity pastry. Finally, I'll pinch my nose and swallow loose mouth, and they look.
Ouroboros?
Nah.
Enough already.
I'm telling you, it was on Root and Dorothy. The Veracity wasn't looking. Roll up their skin like a crepe, then poof, they were gone. Even Comic-Con, I already filed a formal complaint.
You should be putting this much effort into your study.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery?
A kindred spirit. Miss, I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a
This feels completely made up.
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every Eon they possibly could, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of... As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the books circulating.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of school? Sparksy's here to pick you up after class. Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell.
Still doubting me? That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and even wore my mask down to nothing. But honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha's been chased by the veracity. Aha chases the veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, a Lady Sparksy came up with the unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works. But apparently, does this friend know you, Bob? The Subpramod has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about?
Well then?
It doesn't look very reliable. Are you sure about this?
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does a Satpramod plan...
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if a Satpi Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it. Many have expressed their...
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned.
Yes. The ants you are a Satpramod, Sparksy.
Do you have evidence?
Of course. The truth is so simple. You are the first person I met when I got off the express.
If I am a Satpramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive?
Yeah, fair.
Just take that thing off already.
That's weird.
Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat.
You changed your clothes.
First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one, the Lord Ravager, a Satpramod, played by the veracity! What am I even saying?
Classic whodunit.
Ah, I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
No need to be so serious, detective. By the way, what type of detective?
Me? I'm a tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless... You're not wrong. A Satpramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember? As far as humanity knows, there are only three...
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons, And the third one?
Forcing an Aeon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to Plain Arcadia. So, what makes you so certain?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to. Stories change every time, but they all circled en route, defeated the Veracity.
You're right. Then, en route.
Of course she does! Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a morning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparkson.
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order. My client wants a meeting.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I... You want it? Here.
Absolutely not. Wait, right now?
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Guess I'll keep it.
Get back here!
Hey!
Can't catcher for me?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound. But, in exchange, I'd like you to allow...
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it.
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. And I wouldn't scale. The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth. Oh.
That lines up. Sounds... So, he's a...
Not a chance! Back when old Sempo was still... He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion... Before he left, en route said one thing that, at the time, no... Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old and about cat.
Leave it to me. See? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really...
So many unanswered questions about en route. He has to be tied to Asat Pramad's summit, but our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next. No. Speak of the devil. Only a Cienjo general could arrange something like this, I suppose.
I'm surprised as well. You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager.
Miss Ron May? And Miss Ting Yoon?
We're here by General Yao Guang's request. It seems we arrived just in time.
At first, I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation, and it seemed impolite to refuse. Now that I'm here, I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to the point. Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy.
Hardly surprising. They disappeared after the Swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of post-meal naps themselves, likely just projecting their own habits.
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Vanwa?
Sprightly Vanwa. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. Almost identical to the Phantasmoon games.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, huh?
It seems you fixed by coincidence. Abundance is another thing the two worlds have in common. When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences, No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha.
Back on Von Walk. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. You're not the only... By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Tucked up beneath Von Walk's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Miss...
Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantasmoon games. You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my... By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather... At a certain moment over 1,000 Amber eras ago, just as all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ, their taste buds.
What does that...
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void-song whales, their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. The creatures walking the path of Veracity became nothing more than biological black holes, consuming without discrimination. This was not natural evolution. Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of Veracity. Consider this.
Yummy.
Precisely. Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation. Simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of... Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and Veracity stretches all the way back to primordial times.
How many people know what...
There used to be 2. I only told Yu Qing to. Now, there are 5.
Exploit the old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an Eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Asap Pramod is here on vacation?
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
Oh, you mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Funwalk.
Oh?
Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, when my home was destroyed by Zulo.
A navigator?
Yes. Starseer, I see. He was the one who told me about the shadow. According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the shadow, and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo. But I never learned why it was there in the... first...
Don't you find it strange, Mrs.
Strange?
When coincidences pile up, what did you 2 uncover in the tavern?
Someone suspected to be Asap Pramod knew about the Veracity secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world.
And then? Who did he say
A former navigator. The shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern...
I don't know if anyone can answer that question. Not even Akivilli. Wait. Don't tell me.
En route only goes where he isn't. After leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express.
The detective game is over. I have to say, not many people can make me change my whether in the past or present.
So,
you know how it is, kid. I've always enjoyed arriving.
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick up. The place we're going to holds clue.
It is an honor to, well, shall I say, be of service to you again. To be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, I was supposed to be your... My name is Feld. By order of Madame Pearl, I will be You are too kind. I followed the battle in Seafeld City very closely. Serving a hero such as yourself is a true privilege. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you on our destination? I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with an unforeseen event. The destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as Inkford Hermitage. It is situated at the end of a Dovebrook tributary that ultimately flows into the sea. It is one of the points where the world in canvas
Well, Graffia's former residence was located there. Legend says the miraculous encanvassing of the mortal world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that? Word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graffia's lost works she could find without bothering to verify their authenticity. Whew, I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graffia is still alive. If she gets even a whiff of anything remotely related to Graffia, she's got her people on it at the snap of a finger. But all they could find were Imagine knockoffs. Random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective. Locate the original. Error. Detecting excessive quantity of low-quality merchandise.
You! I remember you!
Perlux Tower? I've never said...
I know it's you. I've seen the footage. You're wearing the exact...
Oh, a slip-up in an otherwise perfect plan.
Cut it out, you scoundrel. You can't talk your way out of this. Who
This is the author of Fluffy Across the Blue. Blurry QR Cult.
Huh. My apologies. How rude of me. Miss Colt, it's...
It's only normal for a famous
Miss Blurry QR Cult, let's be clear. You are being transported under S. Your current credit balance is in the negative. Madam Pearl has offered you a lifeline by asking you to complete the next volume of the Fluffy.
Whoa, this is not my fault. Remember Alloy King Pom Pom from Perlux Tower? I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and charged it back to me. Who knew a figurine could be so expensive? It cost me more than my entire savings. I went all in on learned coins. There goes my licensing fees and royalties. I lost every single penny.
So you're escorting her to, shall we say,
Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her debts. The estimated duration is 56 days.
Hear that? It's not a hotel. It's hell. Where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time.
The boat has arrived. When you're ready, let's begin our journey to Inkford Hermitage. Please, mind your step as you board. We have arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Inkford Hermitage.
Are those Wispae floating on the water?
Oh dear, there are so many Wispae. They are blocking the boat's route. But no need to panic. Please follow my lead.
Safe docking. For a second, I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something. They probably sensed your wish power. You are the Phantasmoon Games superstar, no? Look! One's trying to hitch a ride on you. Must have been when we came ashore. Oh, what a devoted fan.
Everyone, welcome to Inkford Hermitage.
I was imagining a Benzai Tengoku-style manor, or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel.
course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure is long lost to time. The IPC only chose this location. Many Imaginae are born every day, but just as many ancient lineages of Imaginae hide themselves away in the world in canvas once their wish power dry up, or as they grow weary of the mortal world. This is the final stop before they enter the world in canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. They rest here, organized. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to time to guide the...
There's a sense of parting in the air. No wonder the soul of the mother of Imagenesis feels an attraction.
Miss Colt, now that you're in this well, too, you ought to make the most of it.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Ah, the golden tree in the distance. We call it...
Seek, and you will find.
All those years of effort, and in the end, I still live somewhere.
We have arrived. The hotel staff will take...
Oh, it's freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery. Anyone here?
Honored guests, my apologies for the...
Oh, no wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow...
I am the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body...
Allow me to introduce myself.
The former comic...
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh, wait, did you say...
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here until... Every guest in this Bad Arcadian over there, that's a former superhero.
Which one? Never...
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa. These days, they work as the Hot Springs manager.
A Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imaginae go extinct when the IPC...
There are still a few survivors. As for Casper and myself, I am a former frost giant. Little old me.
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of them.
From a block of ice. Indeed.
Another?
That
Isis. Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel. All those Imaginae who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her have flocked here. You see, they all claim they have some sort of connection to her.
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits. Just like all those people who swear they're AHA.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can always nameless. Good luck with your inquiries.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Back in the day, I was quite a force to be reckoned with.
Please don't linger.
Do you want to enter the forgotten?
Storm's on the horizon.
Cat and mouse turn!
A will of methods.
Stream forth. Gleam of old blades.
Found me!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
I'll take it on!
I'll endure. Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
You can't run!
Free will, or was it fate? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
My purpose is to protect.
Tempered 1,000 times. A drawn sword knows no rest until death. Purgatory, take hold!
Found me!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Blades eternal!
You can't run!
Purgatory take hold! Return from death 1,000. You will serve as the tempering fire!
My strength isn't what it was.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion.
More. Blades eternal! No. Purgatory take hold! Return from death. You will serve as the tempering fire!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Familiar.
All one day die.
My purpose is to protect.
Found me. You want to take advantage? Free will, or was it fate?
Dragons soaring above the land. This is permanence!
You can't run!
Destined for oblivion.
Return to the blade.
Tempered 1,000 times.
Unceasing.
Blades eternal! No.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
My strength isn't what it was.
Don't fuck!
Our cute play session is
With enough believers, lies become reality! Gotcha! I'll take it on!
found me. Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You fucking me. Vital Reaper. Hilarious.
Let's rock.
Let's have some fun. You're lost. Have some sunshine. This backup is good. Mavis, dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies. I like the stream collab. Unlimited firepower.
Trailblazer, yeah! All martial arts are mine to command!
All for the thrill. Fine. Touch, let me teach you some moves.
Suppress. Wheel of karma.
Your moment to shine. All eyes are on you!
Wiped him out. Wow. The future is great. This next round, real gaming.
See ya!
This is Healers. Party to the end of the world.
Thanks. Now accumulation hilarious! All martial arts are mine to command!
Bonus round!
Trailblazer! See ya!
This is Hawkeye! Bonus round!
Your moment to shine. All eyes are on you.
All for the thrill. Mavis, dispel the clouds, destroy the skies.
Thanks. Now I can go accumulation hilarious. All martial arts are mine to command.
Wiped him out. This next round, real gaming. Bonus round. Bonus round.
Trailblazer, yeah! Don't think. See ya! Your moment to shine. All eyes are on you.